Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are having a lovely morning or afternoon or evening whenever you are watching this video. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're subscribed and you're back again, it's good to have you again. So today in this video, I want to talk about how to pack or how to travel with children. As you know, if you're traveling by yourself, it's much easier, but when you have kids, it's a different case. The first thing that I would say is make sure you plan way in advance. And when I say way in advance, I mean like 2-3 years in advance. You want them to have a good experience, so I would say plan well in advance. You may think this is exaggeration, but trust me, it is the best way if you really want to travel and travel well, because you need to take into consideration of the time that you want to go into Ghana. And we all know December is the best. We all know that the enjoyment is, very great. So if you are going to plan to go around that time, plan again 2-3 years in advance, because they bump up the tickets triple the price. So, and also you have to take into consideration how many children you have too. So again, that's going to cost you a lot of money. So make sure you plan that in advance. And also you want to also plan the places that you're going to take your kids, your children. You want them to see certain places, and you have to think about what transport are we going to use to get there, how many hotels are we going to stay, how many places are we going to be going to, restaurants, and all these kind of things. And listen, Ghana is expensive, and so all of these things have to be taken into consideration. So when you are splashing and spending all that money, it's planned well and well spent. And the other thing I would say is a lot of parents or families don't take this into consideration. They don't feel the need of building, or they don't feel the need of getting your child a passport as soon as possible. Listen, it will save you so much time, so much cost. How many times would you want to go to Ghana and then you have to now get a visa and you have to wait and all that kind of stuff? It's so much time consuming. It's a waste of time. So get your child a passport, a Ghanaian passport. Obviously, if you have a Ghanaian passport, it makes sense. So why not get your child a Ghanaian passport? One other thing as well, when you're planning your trip to go Ghana with kids, make sure you plan and pack well for your kids. Pack as much clothes as you can for your children. Pack so much clothes for your kids, because you know how children are. If they're drinking their fan ice, it will go not just in their mouth but also on their clothes. And you know how Ghana, the enjoyment is great, so you can be going to, 2-3 places in one day. You start off going out in the morning, and then you come back and you're sweaty, so they need to change and they need to bath, and then you go back out again, and this is just in one day. So you can imagine the days that you are going out and all the days you've planned to go out. You need to make sure you have enough clothes for your kids, because you know what they're like. I don't have to say too much. Make sure your children are vaccinated as well, because you don't want them being sick out there. I'm not saying Ghana doesn't have any hospitals and stuff like that, but if your child was obviously, born in the UK or wherever they are coming from, the water and, certain things, their body's not used to the Ghana system. So obviously you don't want to see your child sick. It's the worst things, the worst feeling. You feel helpless. And also, unfortunately, the Ghana health system is still improving. And if you do want good health system in Ghana, then be ready to spend a lot of money. And in all, you don't want to see your children sick. You want them to have a good time. You want them to remember the good moments of Ghana, so make sure they're all vaccinated, make sure they have the yellow fever, everything that they need, make sure they have it. And also pack sanitization. They need a lot of it. You need it for yourself, but for your children it's even more. They want to touch things, they want to put things in their mouth, they want to run around, go to the places they're not supposed to. They're not aware of these things, and when they're in Ghana, they're just carefree. You see them running around, putting their feet in the sand. They're just having a great time. They're not thinking about, I need to make sure I don't get my hands dirty. No, they want to do all of that and more. So make sure you have wipes, Make sure you have your wipes, your tissues, your hand sanitizers. You have your everything with you. And another thing that I would also say is bring a straw. I know this seems weird. I have mentioned this in a few of my videos. If you do watch my videos, you will know. Because when you go out to the restaurants and you buy like the bottled drink, like, you know, the local Fanta and stuff, sometimes they do recycle the bottles and the top lids are not always clean properly. So, you know, your mouth is contaminating the germs there, and it will really make you sick. It's happened to me a few times. So the last time I did go Ghana, I did carry straws with me to every restaurant that I did go to, and I was drinking through that, and let's just say I saved myself a lot of hassle and being sick, because again, you don't want to be sick in Ghana, you just want to enjoy. So those are the things that I would say. Make sure you make sure you have these things sorted out when you're traveling with your children in Ghana, because you want them to enjoy. So I hope these tips has helped you. If you have any other tips, please share with us, because as parents, we want to make sure we are taking care of our kids, and we want our kids to have a good trip and a safe trip, and we want them to love Ghana as much as we do. So yeah, leave your comments in the section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed and God bless. Mwah.